Hi, my name is Bryan Olyer. I'm here at Air Power. We're going to talk about the IQi fastening system, brand fresh, spanky new from Ingersoll Rand. I want to talk to you a little bit about the tool itself. So there's two frame sizes of the tool. This is going to be the smaller of the frame sizes. This goes up to 5 Newton meters. It's a 34 millimeter and with a nice soft rubber overmold. Ergonomic forward and reverse. So a nice big forward, a nice big reverse. These are all inline tools. These are transducerized product. Some of the things that are right on the tool that I think is exciting is one controller for any of the tools all the way up to 15 Newton meters, 2 different power supplies based on what tool you're actually looking for. We've got a status light on the front of these guys, so when you reach your correct torque value and angle value, you're going to get a green light. It's going to basically illuminate your whole workpiece, let everybody, including yourself, know that you're doing a great job, or a red light to tell you, oops, something's off, you better go take a look at it, on top of a reverse light. So it's a blue reverse light, so you're not expecting anything that you're not expecting, if that makes sense. So if you see blue, you know you're going in the opposite direction. All right, controller, brand new controller. We've made the decision that all these controllers come with, basically, if you're familiar with Ingersoll Rand controllers, FM, which means they have both field bus workability and they're set up for MES. The controller itself it's a cable controller, so it's a one-to-one situation as far as tool and controller. We've added, if you're familiar with our product, this should look familiar to you. This is the display screen, complete touch screen display, so you can do any of the programming you may need to do directly from the controller itself, or you can plug into your laptop or your network via IP and have basically a complete web page copy of the controller. So you can program offline or at the controller face itself. One other thing in the controller, before I forget, controller, I'll wait to the end for that for you. Controller itself, we've added a couple things on top of what you normally would see from us, and I like to call it a peanut butter and jelly button. So it's direct access to P-sets and jobs from the front of the controller. So I can basically go into P, there's the P-sets I have, and then take a look at my P-sets and edit them, right? And I've got forward settings, reverse settings, and advanced settings. One of the cool things that we touched, I'll open up the forward settings so you can kind of see what that looks like. Pretty standard stuff from us. You can put in your high and low torque limits, your high and low angle limits. You can select from, what's new for this product is the type of transition you like. There's hard joint, soft joint, and then IQ stop. IQ stop is new to us and kind of new to the industry. Basically, it's a transducerized tool. We're going to save you 77% of your tack time, because instead of like a normal product where we're going to go to a shift down point, take the RPM of the tool all the way down to 0, that tool is going to stop. You always see it on the graph, a little blip, and then restart on a partially tightened fastener to get to your final torque. With IQi stop, we don't do that. It's a direct, we run to 90% of your programmed torque value, then use the motor control to slow that down and arrive at a torque value within your torque ranges. And again, save 77% of your fasting time. What else is new and different? One of the things we've done, we've added a tilt gyrosphere on this tool, so you can actually define a value, a tilt angle value, that if the tool falls out of that tilt, the tool will not operate. Even during the run, if the operator is running it and the tool falls away from perpendicular, we can stop the tool based on the angle you program. Why is that important? It prevents strip screws, especially on smaller items, or in Phillips head, where if you tilt away from perpendicular, you have a chance of ruining that fastener and or getting an improper tightening. We can control that for you, and I'll show you that in a second. Going back to job settings. Bear with me. Jobs, P-sets are our ingredients. Jobs are our recipe. So again, I can basically make P-sets and jobs. And again, quick access to the jobs via the job button. And I can open up my job and look at and add P-sets, so I can have multiple P-sets per job. I can go into that level a little more and add things like batch counts, fail rules, like what do I do if something failed? What do you want me to do? You want me to completely shut the system down? You want to back that fastener out? So I've got the ability on job level to do some fail actions and pass actions on top of doing a batch count. get to the home screen. One thing, it's easy to talk about tilt angle, but I think it might be easier to show you. So again, on the screen, you're looking at the last rundown. If I touch that, I can look at my last rundown results, right? I've got my torque box, right? So there's my high limit of 0.6, my target of 0.5, and my low limit of 0.4. And my target is, identified as a target. Same thing with angle. This one is wide open, I have a high and low angle, but you see this tilt angle? Right now it's yellow and it says that the tool is at 90 degrees, which you can see it is, it's laying flat on the table. If I pick the tool up and start to rotate it, you can see that unless I'm within, I've got this program for 15 degrees, unless I'm within that 15 degrees, this tool is completely disabled, right? So I have to be perpendicular to the fastener or the tool won't run. If I'm running and I go out of perpendicular, tool stops, I've got a red light, everybody including myself can tell I've done something wrong. If I'm going to do a pass, again, reverse is going to be blue, you can see that. Forward, green. Again, my tilt angle. If I'm off my tilt angle, if I try to run it off, I'm feeling because I'm below, I'm not perpendicular anymore. I have to be up and down to get good product. Again, I did good. I'm 0.51 newton meters, 4.7. And the other piece is, it's always good to see, is graphs. So graphs are instantaneous on this product. Happens as you go. On the fly graph of what that fastener looks like. Right, so your trace data is there. Again, easy access to PJ. And the other piece that's kind of fun about this product, and let me go to global settings real quick. I think they are here. One of the things that we did with this product we hadn't done before is this product started its life as a push to start tool. By going into my global settings, I can actually turn that tool into a push to start or both. So I can take a trigger tool, turn it into a push to start tool, a push to start tool, turn it into a trigger tool, or do a lever permit where I have to both push and do a lever all in the same tool, all with a single trigger pull. Again, back to home. One of the things that I wanted to mention before, but I didn't want to move the controller for the thing is, this comes out of the box with IOs on board and also a kickstand display. So if you want to put it on the bench, you can. If you don't want to put it on the bench, that folds clear. The screen will rotate and I can hang it like this with cables down. So I can either hang it or I can kickstand it for a bench. Both out of the box, your options are there.